welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
One of the reasons was spectacular Maverick defense.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Play action now.
Yeah.
On the move to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield.
Huh?
Complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time.
So is the question, am I opening random cookies and just leaving them open? No.
Okay, so Michael, what do you got?
I didn't even eat no Oreos.
Here's Mostert. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. On play action, here's Tua. Steps away. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Tua now, third and goal. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Not what you wanted there. It goes as a sack and a loss of a yard, and now it's fourth and goal. Sanders' kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And admitted to it. He was 15.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Yeah. And he was found good.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Yeah.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
He got me indicted. He said,
There's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Yeah, when it was time for trial, you got to understand.
Come on, man. Bullshit.
Complete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Airing one out for Boyd. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Tanner Hudson from 3 yards out. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Find themselves outsmarted right before their eyes. I promise you, I'm not going to doesn't run by now. Here are 5 instances of cops being played in their own game. Starting with the case of Richard McNair, who is currently standing with Officer Carl Bordelon. Officer Bordelon stopped him while Richard was running on a railroad track near Baldwin, Louisiana. Officer Bordelon had received information about a prison break, and he wanted to ensure that Richard hadn't seen anyone.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Where do you live at? Down the road by Pine Good. Bible? Okay. Do you have any form of identification on you?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Robert Jones.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense getting up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going
Right from the beginning
nowhere.
of the conversation, Richard attempts to project an air of calmness and composure while interacting with the officer. He conscientiously responds to each question, but there's a noticeable lack of conviction in his answers. When asked about his residence, Richard responds with a vague down the road, leaving the officer intrigued. Sensing evasion, Richard quickly adds that he's a worker on a project, possibly reflecting from his lack of area familiarity, and to heighten the intrigue, he throws him living in a hotel, weaving an alternative narrative to sidestep scrutiny. These
So
subtle
they'll get a
moves
little
reveal
extra
Richard's
time to come up
calculated
with his
effort to
3rd
keep up
down
the facade
play
of
as we
normalcy.
played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Nothing like glasses. Can you find out? I want to write me out on the tracks at Gilly Williams. Remaining composed, Richard provides the officer with straightforward answers
The
and maintains
Dolphins
a
on
relaxed
3rd
demeanor to
down.
avoid
Just
appearing
1 for 3
anxious or
thus far.
unsettled.
This will be
When the
3rd
officer
and a
tells
mile.
Richard, "We got an escape,"
From the
Richard,
gun,
instead
it's
of reacting
Tua.
with alarm, stays calm and maintains his facade of
Steps
innocence,
away to his
rhetorically
left.
asking, "There's a prison here." Unbeknownst to the
This is
officer,
taken
the way it goes.
Jones that he's talking to
And
is,
he'll be
in fact,
taken
Richard.
down, but
He
not
is
before
escaping
they
from
work
prison,
it
the very
across
person the officer is
midfield.
looking for.
So they elect to decline it.
Why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand,
No, he's
and
fine.
they'll take that.
Here we go. How old is your guy? You're how old? 50?
They'll run the toss to Mostert.
He's born in
Yeah,
56.
good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the
58.
35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive.
While
Here's
many
2nd
guilty
and 11.
suspects typically respond with concise and cautious replies, when facing the police, Richard took a different approach. He was intent on presenting
Down
himself
2.
as an ordinary individual, providing fur responses and even making jokes with the
This
officer.
will be caught. It's Waddle.
You know the bad thing about it?
Way
That matches
inside
up to
the
it.
15 before they drop it.
That's trust, doesn't it? Yeah. Where are you staying at? Titus 2 or Titus 1?
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Where's that at?
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
But when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
What's your name again?
Sanders' kick is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side wins the game? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
He provided a completely different one, Jimmy Jones. Ordinarily, this inconsistency should have been a dead giveaway, but Officer Carl didn't seem to notice it.
When I crossed the tracks down there, I saw
The
you.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
How lucky can I be? Where's y'all's motel at?
Okay, anything, like I said, so you'll always drive. Okay, Walmart's right there, go right at Walmart, and there's a road, is it 165?
Right.
165 that goes south, and we're about 2 blocks, we walk.
They begin with a run by Mixon.
And
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
I'm sorry to have to hold you up.
No, I'm just doing my job,
3
man.
timeouts plus the 2-minute warning.
Yeah,
Here's 1st and 10.
be careful, you'll probably get stopped again, okay? Don't be along mine.
Phone number, your cell phone number, so I get where to call.
Just call, you got a cell phone with you?
No, hell.
They're passing here. Joe
Just call
Burrow.
911 is all you gotta do. They'll get a hold of us. That's all, this line there.
Joe Mixon.
Be careful, buddy. All right.
And he will be
This was the
taken
last
down with a
time Richard
big
was
play
seen
there
for the next
as it
18
comes
months.
just as we
However,
reach the
later in October
2-minute warning.
2007, Richard was finally caught and apprehended in New Brunswick after he was identified driving a stolen vehicle. Richard might have gotten lucky with his escape, however. The same cannot be said about the next person we'll cover. On October 18, 2019, 17-year-old Quantrell was arrested from his classroom
Now
at
it's
Old
Mixon
Grove,
running
Parsons
right.
High on suspicion of strangulation in an August 1st assault.
And
He
he will
was
take
brought in
it
for
on
questioning
in
in the
from
Rock County Sheriff's
Bengals
Office and placed in the
touchdown.
interview room.
Joe
However, as soon as the
Mixon,
teenager
his
entered the room,
second
it became
touchdown of
clear
the
that he
night,
had no
and the
intention of
Bengals
staying.
are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
As soon as
After the
detective
touchdown,
reaches Quantrell
McPherson
stands
on to
in the
kick
room and
this
finds
one
a window.
away.
Without thinking twice, he opens the blinds and pushes the window before diving headfirst from 12 feet up. CCTV outside the building captured him making a run for it.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
Despite having several
And when you're
CCTV
facing a
cameras around
deficit on the
sheriff's office,
scoreboard,
no one
you're
noticed
just
the
looking for
absence
something
of
to
the
get you
suspect for
right
at
back
least
into the
next
game,
14
and
minutes.
that's the spark that
As
they
the
were looking
detective
for.
enters the
They
room to
got him
start
with
the
that big return.
interrogation, he takes a second to process what happened before he can react.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none too plays, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On March 7, 2022, Joel Sanchez Delgado, a 41-year-old facing drug trafficking charges, was escorted to a courtroom in Little Rock for a routine
Throwing
appearance.
Tua.
He was seen wearing a neck brace and using a wheelchair, supposedly due to injuries he supposedly sustained during his arrest. However, as you'll see, Joel wasn't actually injured.
It's
The
going to be
wheelchair was
because
a
of plays
calculated
like
move to
that.
outsmart
That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs and advance the ball.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Tua. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Joel asked the officer about
Now
using
Tua
shoe,
up the
creating a
middle they
distraction
go
that
with
allows him to
Mostert.
swiftly leap
I
out
know
of the
they got a
chair
little
straight away
yardage there,
with
but
the
I'm not
officer
sure
in
their
pursuit.
investment is right. They're
Realizing he
still
lacks
running
his
the
radio, the
football, and I'm
officer
not sure
can't
it's
call
enough
for
time to
backup
continue
or
to do
let his
that.
colleagues, even
The
Joel
Bengals
and
going to
Danny,
use the
escaping
second of
from
their
only one
timeouts.
officer instead of the
That'll leave
entire
them with just
squad.
1 remaining in this
Hey,
4th quarter of play.
Call police on him. Hey, call police. Call police. What way to go? This way? Go. You got your phone? God damn.
Joel successfully outran him. The officer being unable to contact backup gave Joel extra time to distance himself from the police.
Let's stay through that and cut that way. What's your problem?
Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Although the officer eventually informed his colleagues using a civilian's phone, it was too late. Joel had already hopped into a cab and made his escape, leaving the officer powerless at that moment.
And I tried to get him. Hello?
Thank you.
Hey, look. The
Open
wheel
it.
should do right up my ring.
It's special.
Yeah. I couldn't catch his ass. And my radio was in low. I had my camera on there. The wheelchair dude.
Thank you.
I couldn't catch.
If you're a web designer, here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know. So first on the list, section grid. I'm talking about a revolution.
See if that food up.
Joel's freedom, however, was short-lived as just a few hours later he was caught and charged with felony escape, which will add 5 more years to his sentence along with other charges.
And this is Delgado now, after a taxi cab ride to West 65th Street. The 41-year-old is being wheeled into an ambulance, claiming to be injured and unable to walk. Investigators say he caught that taxi cab outside a hotel along Broadway. He's expected to face escape charges until he's back in the Pulaski County Jail tonight. And I'm told he was booked in while in a wheelchair yet again.
While Joel was convicted because of his criminal past, what happens when the only criminal involved in a police encounter is the police themselves?
If you try and come past me, you're going to go on the ground face first. You understand me?
Okay, and then I'm going to file a complaint against you. Go get your camera, yes.
On September 29, 2019,
What is he doing to the game? The whole game in pause.
Between Michael Franchik and
Come on, man.
Trouble brewed when Michael's
Who be teaching y'all how to do this? Come on, man. What the fuck going on right now? It's showing he called the timeout, and they called a flag at the same time. How? This man paused the game, came off the pause. Like, what are we doing right now, bro? You are audio on with him, bro. This man paused the game in the most important part of the game, man. Not even tripping. Like, I don't even know what he's doing right now.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as they think back, cycle through every play of this contest.
This man paused the game, came off the game, called a timeout. They called the penalty on me without even letting the ball move. What type of shit going on?
They've got to go. It's 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real